The first of 6 Group 1s about to get underway. Here's Dan Malecki.
That's the Group 1 Empire Stallions Vicbred 3-year-old Trottinng Fillies final. All set, green light is on, and they're away in Trottinng, and from barrier 1, Kinvara Sue began well, but out wider there's good speed with Elderberry Kiri coming across. Illawong Shimmer's right up there, and further out was Star Inside. Driving through Kinvara Sue's doing enough to keep out Elderberry Kiri going into the first turn, or just getting into a bit of trouble there was Iona Spider. Dropping in behind was Illawong Shimmer. Iona Spider's broken, and it drops back to last as they start sorting themselves out, entering the back straight with 1,800 metres to travel. Across from the wide gate, Star Insights into a lovely spot with Chris Venocio 1-1, and fifth on the inside is Rockin' Shiraz. Around it was Margaret Ruth, about 6 metres away, 4 walls. Then on the pegs is Breezin' Around. Outside of Breezin' Around as they head along the back stretch is Betty Hall. Back behind it was And You, which has drifted a long way back, and over on the inside was Iona Spider from Skyski as they make their way off the back straight. They have about 1,400 to go. The lead time in 46.9. And the leader, Kinvara Sue, but outside of it, and now just shading it, was Elderberry Kiri starting to fire up. In third position is Star Inside as they make their way around the 1,200 turn. Illawong Shimmer's on the pegs, trailing the favourite Kinvara Sue. 3 back the outside is Margaret Ruth, and then back along the inside was Rockin' Shiraz. The Racer Pacer syndicated filly is 3 back the inside with a lap to travel. First quarter 31.9. 6 the outside Margaret Ruth, and now peeling out as 4 walls. It's 3 wide and will be tracked up by Skyski. Then Breezin' Around as they swing out of the straight. Iona Spider's back along the pegs. Just up ahead of it was Betty Hall, and last is And You. They have 800 metres left to travel as they trot their way into the back. The first of the Group 1s is the Empire Stallions Vicbred final for 3-year-old Trotting Fillies, and Kinvara Sue gets away down the back straight. It's 6 metres clear. Of in second spot is Star Inside. Elderberry Kiri's gone. 4 walls gets up to third. Then Margaret Ruth and Skyski. Off the back straight though, Jason Lee has Kinvara Sue a clear leader. 8 metres away. 4 walls gives chase. Gets to second and goes on by its stablemate, which is Star Inside. And Skyski back in the field went for a gallop. Off the back straight in 28.6 third quarter, and Kinvara Sue has a big lead on 4 walls. Margaret Ruth starting to run on. Star Inside struggles. Then came And You, but it's all Kinvara Sue. It's got a big lead turning for home. Margaret Ruth is giving chase. It's up to second, battling on 4 walls, but it's all Kinvara Sue. What a big win this is going to be. Makes it a one-act affair with Jason Lee, and strolled in. Kinvara Sue by 10. Second, Margaret Ruth. Third goes to And You's, made up plenty of ground from the back. And then came 4 walls, followed in by Breezin' Around, Star Inside, Illawong Shimmer. And then came Iona Spider. A gap back then to Betty Hall. And then came well back to Skyski. And also with it was Elderberry Kiri. And Rockin' Shiraz had dropped out. The final quarter in 30. Mile rate for Elderberry Park of 2 minutes, 0.4. Well, big win for Kinvara Sue. 28.6 down the back, and the race changed complexion big time. And it has won by a space. Has built up a pretty impressive record, this filly. That's 8 wins from 14 starts, driven by Jason Lee, who was saluting about 50 from home and just glided home. It was under no threat at all. Trained by Anton Golino, raced by Driscoll, a 3-year-old filly by Yankee Spider out of Pretty Peggy Sue. Second 2, Margaret Ruth, and third And You. Doesn't happen often, but sometimes it's as simple as 1, 2, 3. And that's the order after the first of the Group 1s. 1, 2, 3 and 9. Margaret Ruth second by Bacardi Lindy out of Lady Pepperell, raced by E. Conroy. Trained by Bob Conroy, driven by